Alright, this is going to be a short little video on how to replace the battery on a BMW 5 Series. This is going to be for model years 2007 to 2010 for the BMW 5 Series. So that'd be like 520i, 525i, etc. So the first thing you need to do, you see your rectangular key fob here, make sure it matches this video. If not, check out my channel for other key fobs. But when you turn it over, if you have the non-comfort axis version, which is what we're going to be changing here, this back will look like this. You won't see any kind of outline or cutout for kind of a square. This is the comfort axis key, allows you to unlock the car without having to press any buttons and such. That's a different battery, and that's not what we're going to look at here, but I'll link to that video if you do have the comfort axis key for your 5 Series. For the non-comfort axis key, you're going to have to pry apart this fob into two different pieces. So first thing you'll want to do is take a utility blade or box cutter and score around the middle here. Take out the valet key here, and just go ahead and, this may take 5-10 minutes, but kind of carefully score around and start to try to pry apart this middle part if you can. And as you do that, just, be careful to just kind of cut and pry, and eventually you'll be able to kind of maybe get a small flathead screwdriver like this in to break apart this key. Now you'll want some super glue at the end once we've changed the battery to put this all back together, because this doesn't exactly clip back together. So once you've got that scored and separated, you get access to the internal part of the circuit board here, and you can see these are some of the buttons on the board here. If we flip this over, there's what we're going to be changing. This is the VL2020 3-volt battery. And one of the things you want to make sure that you get correct on this is these solder points are here and here. So when you buy a battery, make sure you don't get one that's offset 180 degrees, but you get one that's a 90-degree offset. So to change this battery, if this battery has died, we're going to need to desolder these 2 points here and then put in a new VL2020 battery. So if you've never done any soldering before, I'll link to a little Amazon kit here that I got. It was pretty straightforward. So what you need to do is, this is desoldering vacuum. So what I'm going to do is desolder these points here on these legs, and you can see it started to, and then we'll suck up some of that solder. And we'll just keep on that point there and suck it up. Okay. And then on the other point here, we're just going to melt this solder down. What we're doing here is just getting access to the legs. The legs are the connection points on the VL2020 rechargeable battery. Okay, let's see how that looks here. So once we've desoldered those 2 points, we'll be able to remove this battery here, like so, and like so. Okay. And now we can grab a new VL2020 battery and make sure we've got these 2 connection points here. So we take our new battery with these 90-degree offset legs here on this battery and reattach that through the 2 points on the circuit board here. And then we just want to solder these together. So I'll take a little bit of solder and our soldering iron. And I think I got this kit for like $19 on Amazon. So it's, it's nothing fancy, but it'll get the job done. So just resolder that point there and there. Okay. And resolder it there. Okay. And that should do it. So now we've got the point resoldered, and we can now reassemble the key fob here. And so again, this is for the 5 Series 2007 to 2010, this rectangular board here. So, all right, this looks good. Battery is resoldered on there. Seems pretty solid. So go ahead and put this back into place. And at this point, we'd probably want to, let's get this on the correct direction here. Might want to get some super glue and kind of super glue around the edges here just to make sure that this key stays really secure, because otherwise this doesn't quite snap into place once you've kind of removed even separated these 2 halves. So a little bit of super glue there, and boom, that's it. So that's how you replace the VL2020 rechargeable battery, again for a non-comfort axis BMW 5 Series 2007 to 2010.